Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Hayden Panettiere and her boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend. I don't know if they were actually together. Brian Hickerson, I believe his name is. Now, there's a lot of people saying that, he came into her life to basically kill her. Some people say that she was on the run because certain people were trying to take her out, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to be looking into all that. Okay. First, how I'm going to do this is, let me see, how was this Brian guy, this Hickerson, how was he coming into her vibe, her energy? What can I see? Rather, what can we see? How was he coming into this whole situation? Okay, judgment. He was left out. It's telling me she put up boundaries, restrictions. Not just that, I don't know what you want to call it, like her angels, her ancestors, whatever you guys believe, her spirit guides, whatever. She was receiving warnings about this man. They were like judging him, saying that he's no good, but he was still trying to make his way into her life. What else can we see? It's telling me these two cards. This woman, obviously, we know that she had issues. It is what it is. It's telling me trapped with the Ten of Swords here. It's telling me that she was looking for fulfillment, but obviously this man just wasn't it. Not just that, she didn't want this situation to be dead. Let's look further into this vibe. Yeah, he was serious about coming into her energy. The Lovers, it's telling me he did care about her. What else can we see? Next slide. It was a guarded energy, though. A guarded energy. These two, we obviously know, have a difficult, tense history together. That's what I'm seeing with this Four of Cups. It's telling me they were both guarded. What else can we see? Not being content with... I don't know, it's telling me this Three of Cups, it's almost like one cup about to spill. It's like when they would try to make things happen, some sort of discontent would go down. You guys know what I say. The Three of Cups can represent drugs. The Seven of Cups can represent drugs. The Hangman can represent drugs, alcohol, all that. Can also represent partying. I'm seeing that like some sort of equilibrium was thrown off. What else can we see? It had to do with her energy, the Queen of Wands. So that's tough. I'm going to be seeing like, was he beating her up and all that? Okay, they couldn't make their mind up. It's telling me 1 minute things were cold and the next it wasn't so good. Two of Pentacles. Not just that, it's telling me this collaboration, this energy of wanting to collaborate, wanting to make things happen. It was big in their energy. I don't know why. What can we see? Like, why did they want to collaborate? What is that about? What can we see? These people wanting to collaborate. What is that about? I'm seeing that the man, he kept coming into her life because of sex. It's telling me he was needy and desperate for something. What was he needy and desperate for? I don't know. Maybe she had the hookup, the connections with the drugs. It is what it is. It's telling me 1 minute she would be fine, then he would come into her life and would inquire about the stuff that she was getting into, whatever it may be. That's just what I'm seeing. Not just that, he's seen her as some sort of easy catch, easy prey. Fascinating. What else can we see? I'm seeing that this woman really wanted to change her circumstances, but she kept looking back. The Two of Wands represents making plans. She would make plans to change her life, switch things up, but she would always look back to this love and his whole energy. The Three of Wands, more energy of planning. This is actually deep. The Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. It's kind of just like making all these plans, but it's an energy of sorrow. Not just that, there's an energy of a pull here, where, I don't know, it's telling me she would always ask for a release. It's telling me, what that's telling me is she wanted him to just let her go. But he wouldn't let her go. The Four Wands, there's the energy as well of marriage, of commitment, of this man possibly being like, I don't know why it's telling me low down, broken, and wanting her to commit more to him. So, I mean, that's deep. So what I'm seeing here is a man that really cared about her, that really loved her, but at the same time, they were both in a toxic situation. Center of the deck. Yeah, he was just immature and destructive. It just is what it is. The Page of Swords. Bottom. 10 of Wands. Burden, hurt, challenges. All he came with was burden and challenges. Let me ask, did he physically abuse her? What can we see? Did this man physically abuse this Hayden chick? Okay, I'll leave that in the future slot. Let's get the rest of the slots here. Okay, what is the future slot? I'm seeing a man that has something toxic about his nature. He might have been possessed. What else can we see about him possibly being possessed? Of the Five of Pentacles, I'm seeing money issues. I'm seeing him trying to make things happen, but using her as some sort of tool. So I don't know how that necessarily would work out, but that's what's being told to me. He was using her as some sort of tool. Now I asked, like, was he physically beating her up and all of that? The energy told me he did, but it's almost just like, what was she doing in this relationship? You know, I don't want to be negative and toxic. You know, a victim is a victim. We know that. But a victim can be complacent. I'm seeing that she had the power to leave. She had the power, the money, the authority, the connections. This woman stayed. So it's almost just like, I don't know. I'm seeing something metaphysical here. I'm seeing some sort of portal opening with him. Sort of just like demons like acting out through him. I'm seeing this woman seeing that and this woman like knowing it, but still staying in the negativity. Like that reading I did about her a few months ago, how I was saying that, like, you know, she wants to quit the drugs, whatever, but she knows that she's going to be returning back. It's the same with this sort of energy. Like, she knows that this situation is toxic, but she stays, or she stayed. There's something to do with demonic energy. What can I see about that? Because, like, yeah, what is that about? All this demonic energy that I'm getting from his vibe. What's going on with that? I'm seeing that he was harsh with his words. Five of Swords. Not just that, all this drugs that keep popping up. Drugs sometimes, like, you know, just it is what it is. I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke weed. But obviously it's a no-brainer that these things can be like gateways. So what I'm seeing is volatile energy. Like, naturally, these people just carry volatile energy. And let me just say, when you see Hayden Panettiere, this might seem racist, but I can say this because I'm black. She don't look like she a good white girl. It looked like she would have dated a black dude. Let me just be real. Like, she looked ghetto as fuck. Like, when I seen her, I was like, ooh, she look busted. She look ghetto. Like, she didn't look like a put-together white chick. So, you know, we gotta call it a thing, right? We gotta call it for what it is. So she already had that rundown, busted energy. Like, she was with a black dude, and she wasn't even with a black dude. And it's just like, you know, it's a bad cycle. It's a bad cycle. So what I'm seeing here is like the drugs, the bullshit, the partying. Not just that this man had some sort of hold on her regarding money. Not just that this man had his own setup, a good setup with the Nine of Cups. Let's look further. It's one of the reasons why she came to him. It's telling me they had plans of business. It's telling me he sweet-talked her, promised her things regarding money, connections. The sun, but things was illuminated. What can we see? What was illuminated? Oh, that was all bullshit. That this man was just coming with lies and bullshit. The Ten of Swords, center of the deck. Not just that, it's telling me, yeah, he loved her and all that, but he didn't really show it. He was disconnected. So what I'm seeing here is what's all this demonic energy. It's just the signature that she carried. Again, people carry certain signatures with them. Like, she had that sort of like downtrodden ghetto energy to her. And this man obviously is not a good man, but it's like he had his own problems as well with these drugs and everything. It wasn't just her, because it's funny how like everyone's just like, oh, she just does the drugs. She was doing it too. They were having a good time. Well, it's not a good time, but you know, they were living their best life, doing, you know, crackhead shit. This man always lying as well. And that's what was illuminated to her. That it was just lies. It was just betrayal. Ten of Swords. It's telling me always cheating. Abandoning her when she needed help. Him not being there when she needed him the most. And then it's like when she would get better, then he would pop up. Negative cycles. So this whole demonic energy, it has to do with her signature. Not just that, it has to do with these drugs. Energy's telling me it's true. Now, what else can we see about their situation with this deck? Secret admirer. What can we see about this secret admirer? Divine intervention. I mean, it's a karmic situation, guys. It's a karmic situation. You know, divine intervention is kind of just like when you're warned to stop doing things and you keep doing it and you might make it and you keep doing it, then, you know, it is what it is. Like, I know a lot of people, like, in passing, that either are like an alcoholic or did stupid shit. And it's kind of like, you know, they might have woke up and was just like, oh, I felt like I wasn't breathing. Like, I don't know, like, you know, like I mixed these pills and alcohol and, you know, I felt like I was dead and just like crazy shit. And it's just like, okay, maybe that's a divine intervention with the Most High God being like, you know, Father being like, you need to stop. You need to stop being a crackhead. You need to stop going back to this love. You keep going back to this love. I keep telling you, like, stop going back to this love. Stop doing the drugs. It's telling me she already had, like, close calls with death. And it's just like, she just didn't want to listen. She kept coming back to it like a moth to a flame. And I get that we all have our issues, whatever it may be. No one's perfect. But how much is too much is what I'm seeing. What else can I see about this dynamic? Sugar-coated. I'm seeing that there's a sexual component to this. Not just that, it's telling me she felt comfortable with him. So the human side of this is that she actually liked his vibe. It's telling me the intimacy, she liked that. We speak of things being sweet and fucking coated and shit. That's a sexual vibe. But what did I tell you? Like, it was all lies. Remember how I was telling you he was just lying to her? Deceptive words. Like, empty compliments. Not just that, hidden insults. And then it's just like, her not listening to it. Her just being like, oh, okay, like, you know, the sex is good, the drugs is good, when it's good, we have a good time. Yeah, I'm having all these close calls with death, because it's telling me multiple close calls with death. So it's like, yeah, you know, multiple close calls with death, but then not listening. And this guy, he didn't help too. It's telling me just like when she would leave, coming back, sending her messages, trying to get in her good graces. And it's unfortunate. Next slide. Okay, am I going to get all of this? Yeah, I'll get it. I'm not going to do like multiple slots after this. Self-care. What I'm seeing here is a woman that tried to take care of herself. She was happy. You know, positive about the future, optimistic about the future. But at the same time, this is something full of secrets. Past life, not letting things die. The past life represent energies of just the past. The past keep popping up in shit. Her wanting to grow old with this man, her seeing a future with him. And it's interesting, right, that this would be the past and this would be the present. The past has color, it has light, and then the future is dead. It's gray. It was just a dream. It wasn't to be. Ascension. What I'm seeing here is that this man's going to evolve now. I gotta be real with you. Like, yeah, she passed, but that's not no ascension. It's just a woman passing because of tragedy. I'm going to be seeing what she set up, but it just is what it is. The surprise meeting, unexpected energy. This lady, I don't know, it's giving me multiple energies. It's telling me just fucked up people coming into this woman's vibe. He's not the only one. Let me just say that. I'm getting a vibe where he's not the only one. These men, her whole situation was toxic. I can actually see why she didn't want her daughter to be around. Because her whole energy with these men and everything, I don't know, there's something toxic about this. Something toxic. Broken promises, disappointment. I'm seeing she has certain expectations. Felt commitment. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just seeing lust. A ton of lust. Her being a hopeless romantic. Trust the signs. Remember how I was telling you that the divine kept telling her things like, it's not to be. When this energy, the reason why I'm like having a hard time talking is because this energy, I don't even think I even want to say it. I'm not going to say it. This energy with her though, yeah, it's a whole thing with it. She should have just trusted the signs. She should have followed the guidance. She didn't follow the guidance, guys. It just is what it is. But I mean, I'm seeing a woman, a lot of it had to do with closure. This is the problem with people too. Sometimes people want closure and shit. Like with an enemy or someone that's shady. You want some sort of closure, but then you just open the door back to the bullshit. Like Crossroads, she had decisions to make. So, I mean, what I'm seeing with this situation is that she just couldn't get out of it. She just couldn't get out of it. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so now I'm going to be seeing, like, what's going on as far as if people were after her and all of that, People are saying that, like all these businessmen, if you want to call it that, executives in the industry was after her. So let's see. Was this Hayden Panettiere sort of, I don't know, hunted down and murdered? Let's see. What can we see about that? Was this Hayden Panettiere hunted down and murdered? Let's see. Okay, how much of this has to do with your actions, though? The Six of Pentacles can represent, like, consequences. So, it is what it is. It's karmic give and take. So what you put into, you get back. So that's the first card that popped out. The Hierophant. Again, the guidance, the karmic nature to this, the chances that she received. It's deep that this is what's popping up. Like, it's like she had a choice. The divine popping up in her energy, trying to guide her, her not listening. Like sometimes, like, let's just say I don't know, if the divine's telling you not to go to a particular neighborhood because your purse was stolen, then, like, you went back and then they stole something from your car, and then it's kind of just like, every time you go back, it's always something, and you tell yourself, like, oh, I don't think I should go there because it's bad. But then, like, you're stupid and you go back anyway, and then the divine ends up just letting you, have your fate. That's just what I'm seeing with these energies. I mean, it's not pretty, but it is what it is. Page of Pentacles, I'm seeing a desperation. A woman that was desperate. It's telling me she knew that her time was running out. That's just what I'm getting. Even with that previous reading, it had like a melancholic energy where, I don't know, she was hopeful for the future, but at the same time, it's as if she knew that she just wasn't going to make it. It was something just really miserable like that. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, I really love my daughter, and yeah, I want like a future with my daughter, but then it was something like where it's like, okay, but I know I'm gonna like do the crackhead shit, and I know I'm not gonna like make it out of it. That's just the vibe I was getting. So it's just like the same thing. It's an energy of desperation, of being in a desperate place, and then it's kind of just like the divine just gave her what it was gonna be. So I mean, unfortunate. And death in the current. So I mean, it is what it is. I don't speak out of my ass here. Yeah, this energy, it's unfortunate because she knew what was coming. She knew. It's just like when people gamble and stuff, and they know that like when things aren't going to be good. It's like she just knew. That's just what I'm getting. It's like she knew. Something's just telling me like she knew. They kept warning her, kept trying to advise her, but it just is what it is. It's telling me to choose these multiple cards, so let's see what's going on. She was defiant though. She was defiant. She has a defiant spirit. Maybe that's why it looks like she would be with a black dude. Like she would like try to go against the grain and shit. Just be ratchet. I don't know, girl. It just is what it is. Not just that, she knew what she was doing. She thought in a way she can play the system. That the wheel would just keep spinning in her favor. That she can play the victim. There's something downtrodden about this energy, but not just that, it's something stubborn about it. That's a stubbornness here. Where it's just like, I'll make it. I'll be fine. 7 of Swords. Okay, I'll take these multiple cards. Not just that, it's who was around her. The people she was around. This is deep. I have to explain this because this makes me think of that, like, short sort of like cartoon with the teeth. You know how like it's like teeth, like one of the tooths takes care of itself, and then the other one is like eating candy, going crazy and shit, and then it gets glazed with gold. And meanwhile, the tooth that was like taking care of itself is just like, fuck that shit. I've been taking care of myself all this time, and decided that like it's gonna like eat sweets and go crazy too. And instead of being glazed with gold, it was extracted because it was just so run down. It's telling me she was too busy looking at what other people had going on. I don't know if she thought she was going to be like a Lindsay Lohan. The energy is telling me it's true, that she could just be a crackhead and everything was going to be okay. And then, like, she was going to, like, have a come up or something. There's something to that. She was too busy looking into other people's business. She should have focused on her own shit. The devil, what did I tell you? She was too busy looking at other people's shit. I don't speak out of my ass. She was too busy. She thought that she was going to have the same situations others had. But it's just like your situation is your own. Like, yeah, like that's deep. That's so deep to me. Okay, what else? Family. Not to be. Ace of Wands. It's telling me she really wanted a family. It's telling me she tried to nurture her family. This could be her daughter, even that guy. Maybe this is why she tried to keep them in her life some way, somehow. Because it's telling me nurturing one's family. This is what she's nurturing. The Temperance is what you nurture. Not just that. The Ace of Wands is what you have a passion for. Family. She had a passion and a love for family. She was trying to nurture her family. Maybe this is why she tried to do the wise thing of not letting her daughter be exposed to craziness. What else can we see? But at the same time, the messages. Messages. She was receiving messages. She should have listened to those messages. She received so many damn messages. What can we see now with this deck? This King of Wands, the sexual energy. Not just that, the Ten of Pentacles. It's telling me more of sort of just like whispering in her ear, sweet nothings. A family. I don't know why it's telling me extending family and extended family. So that's interesting. Extending family and extended family. Man, he kept coming back telling her shit that she wanted to hear. And this is why, like, obviously I'm a decent reader, a good reader, whatever you want to call it, because it's just like, you know, at least I'm not like coming on here just telling people everything they want to hear, that I love every fucking celebrity and like you don't have no nuance, you don't have like my opinions like peek out and shit, and I'm just like a fucking robot, fucking straight to just the reading and shit. You're dealing with an actual human. Some people don't want that. People want bullshit. They want this energy. They want this man, like a man like this, telling them lies, telling them bullshit. Like, oh, I love everybody, guys, and love and light and blah, 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 blah. And then it's just like you fall into the pits of hell because you're listening to some bullshit. And when someone comes with an actual spirit, then it's just like, oh, fuck that shit. You have too much nuance. Oh, you have too many opinions. I don't want to hear your opinion. Just stick to the reading. Blah, blah. It's like, bitch, no one's forcing you to watch this shit. It's like, even if she told me it's true, it's like no one's forcing you to watch this shit, you know. This is, now I see how, like, or now I see why people, they find themselves in fucked up situations because they love a deceptive tongue and shit. But that's what I'm seeing with this man, telling her bullshit, telling her lies, coming to her with sex with this rabbit here. It's kind of just like more sexual energies again, like the King of Wands can be sexual energies. This rabbit, building a family, sexual energies, fucking the shit out of her, telling her shit she want to hear because he knows that she want a family and shit. Meanwhile, all this guy's coming with is the fucking Five of Wands and shit. This guy is, again, a deceptive energy, a shady energy, coming with fucking bullshit. What else? The Wheel of Fortune. This man, I don't know. It's telling me he stole her fortune. Not just that, she was too busy contemplating her life, her situations after all was said and done. That's actually deep, that's phrased that way. It's kind of just like her looking at her dead body, contemplating life, contemplating her decisions. And then there's something weird about this too, because it's almost just like she can't believe it. That, I don't know, she's just seeing herself, thinking that she's going to wake up, or thinking that the divine's going to have pity on her, or have some sort of like mercy. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fascinating? Because it's giving me a whole visual. It's just kind of just like her seeing her dead body just lay there, become cold. And she's thinking like, okay, I'm going to wake up. Like, you know, I have a daughter. Or she think like she's going to talk her way out of the bullshit. But it's like, no, you know, the seal has been placed on your situation now. It is what it is, you know. It's no undoing it. You know, like, you know, that would be like a very great miracle if it was to happen. Let me just say that. But, you know, you have to be, I guess, maybe exceptional for those sort of things to happen. I don't know. But I'm seeing a woman that's just like contemplating things. Her feeling like something's still going to happen. But it's like, I don't know. Obviously, She's gone. This woman, she can't believe it. She still thinks that she has more to put out in the world. And this is what makes this tragic, because now this is giving like a haunted spirit sort of energy, because it's telling me that this guy, it's almost like he stole her fate. He stole her future with all his negativity. Again, every time she was better, he would come back with his bullshit. Again, now it's kind of just like, I don't know. It just, the judgment has been rendered with the justice. It's just like, but she's still not done. She still wants to be a mother. She still wants to make money. And she has all this passion and exuberance for life. So this is extremely tragic. What else can we see? Last thing, and then we're gonna move. Oh, let me see, like, what's people after her and all that. But the Queen of Cups, sideways. I don't know, guys. I'm just getting a woman that she was just involved in some crackhead shit. She was a fool. You see, I wasn't even trying to say anything rude, but the energy even is saying that this woman was a fool. Obviously, she ain't gonna have no goddamn new beginning. She was too busy with her potions and her drugs and her craziness. Does this look like someone was after her? Let me just be real. Does this look like someone was after her? Or is it showing a woman that was caught up with a bad romance, a toxic man, toxic traits, toxic habits, you know, her addictions, her bullshit, and then tempted fate too many times and then caught up with her? Right? This isn't showing me someone that was being chased down by Hollywood and all that. And I know it makes for drama, right? I get that much. You know, that's like, ooh, Hollywood did it. Ooh, death by the numbers. Ooh, conspiracy. Yeah, I hear all that bullshit, right? But it's kind of just like, I don't know. Again, she looked really ratchet. She looked downtrodden just from her energy, just from her image. I know sometimes that's not people's image. You can look proper and have her fate. I get it. But, you know, I just think it's interesting. Don't you? I feel like I left no stone unturned. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it.